Katukurunda Speed 2023 Sri Lanka Automobile Sports සංවිධානයේ 1900cc දක්වා වන කාණ්ඩයේ Ford Laser Mazda දෙවන තරගයේ සවුව දාවකින් පෙළ ගැස්මි තරගය ආරම්භ කරන්න Nippon Paints ප්‍රධාන අනුග්‍රහයෙන් Katukurunda Speed 2023 මෙවර ආදියේ ක්‍රියාත්මක වන්නේ अंक 101 अहमद शरफान තරගය ආරම්භ කරන්න සියල්ල සූදානම් ආරම්භක සංඥාව ලැබෙන තෙක් තරගකරුවන් සූදානම් රථ 7ක් මෝටර රථ 7ක් ආරම්භය තරගකරුවන් ලබා ගන්නවා අපි බලමු ඉදිරියේ තරග වට 6කින් සමන්විතයි සවුව cc දක්වා වන කාණ්ඩයේ මෝටර රථ ඉදිරියේ පැහැදිලි බව දැන් දැනුවත් සංඥාවේ සඳහා ගෝස්ටෙක් කලාපය පසු කරන්නේ අංක 101කින් අහමඩ් ෂර්ෆාන් ඉදිරියෙන් කාලගණනය අනුව ඉදිරිය ලබා ගත්තා සේම අංක 11න් එම්.එච්. මොහමඩ් අංක 48න් තුන්වැන්න අශ්ෆීල් අසීස් තවත් කෙටි අනතුරක් රථ අතර තරගය එකිනෙක ගැටෙන අවස්ථා ඉන් අනතුරුව තරගයේ වේගය තරගකරුවන්ට දාවන පතය ඉදිරිය දක්වා භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන්ද මේ සියල්ල අතරේ තරගකරුවන් දාවනය සිදු කරන්නේ තරග වට 6කින් සමන්විත තරගයේ සවුවේ පළමු තරග වටේ නිමාවට පත් වී දෙවන තරග වටේ තව ලබා ගන්න අංක 30න් වම් පසින් උත්සාහය තමන්ගේ ස්ථාන අතර වෙනසකට මෙන්න රථ ගැටෙන තැන එකවරක් උත්සාහය නව දෙවන වරක් ගැටීම එලෙසම නැවතත් රථ දෙකම දාවන පතයට වේගය සේම එවැනි සිදුවීමක් දාවන පතේ බලාපොරොත්තු අතර ඇති දෙවන තරග වටේට දෙවන තරග වටේ අවසන් කරන්න දාවකේ අවසාන දුර සීමාවේ
And Manoj, it's always interesting with these classes because it has so many competitors that it makes it very interesting for us to watch, especially when the events are broken up into two, Moto 1 and Moto 2, with 6 qualifiers from each batch going into the final, which will be going on later. And it's also a great way for people to understand that these classes, the next event is the SLA 1050cc, which is also a hot event. I mean, it's one of the most forward to events on the day, on the weekday. But to see these cars, you know, at the end of the day, they are 30 years old cars and they are still battling on the track.
And just adding on to it, we can see the father and son who competing, Mahen and Yoga Pereira, with Piran Pereira. Son who had that time first race in the 1275. So it's going to be a lot of competition with all the top drivers in action in the SLA 1050. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and go on with the racing now.
And there you go, someone goes off wide, that's into the S. And what happens is if you go off there, it's a lot of deep grass. So it's very hard to come back and get momentum again going to this. You're going to lose places to people that are coming through as well. And again, these cars, it's so infinite as to how you have to judge it. You run wide here and you don't clip that apex correctly, the car is just going to overstay straight across onto the embankment. And you know, it's a small mistake, but it can be costly because everyone else coming behind will find it that much easier to catch you and pass you. But currently, Ahmad in number 1 is doing a very good job of just keeping his line, keeping calm, taking the corner through cobs onto the main straight cleanly. He doesn't go too wide, he stays in the middle, which is the perfect line. With these cars, they don't have that much horsepower. It's really about how you get your lines in and out, put the car correctly on the track, and just make sure that you don't let your opponent or rival pass. And again, he's doing a good job. He sticks it in the middle, and then he'll take a nice corner into the gooseneck. He doesn't have to do nothing crazy. Just go a bit wide here. And then what happens, he's got a nice straight entry into gooseneck. So he can keep it on the left-hand side of the apex. He'll run through the middle here. He'll just clip onto the right-hand side. He'll flip the left-hand side apex just about here and onto the right-hand side apex. And now he's got a nice line that he can ease the car through into the S. Give it a good wide line here. Then inside, and unfortunately we are checking another car now, but there you go. Now you can see the leader again. He gets a really good line onto the entry straight of the hanger, and that's what gives him the momentum down the straight. And it's very hard because the person following wants to get a slipstream, wants to get as close as possible in order to maximize the slipstream. But when you have this much of a gap between, it's very hard. It's very hard for someone to catch up. So he's doing a really good job here, Ahmad, in the first, as the leader. And the key now is he has 2 more laps to go. Don't make any mistakes. Let the car roll nicely around the corner here. He doesn't have to go too wide. Again, stick it to the middle. And now we have the rain. This makes everything that much more interesting. I love racing in the rain. So with SLA 1050 coming up next, rain racing. Oh, we're going to see some entertainment. Manoj?
වැසි සහිතව ධාවන පතේ තරග සඳහා ඉඩ 1300cc දක්වා වන තරග ඉසව්වේ පස්වන තරග වටේ නිමාවට සූදානම්. අවු රැස් මැද තරගයේ ආරම්භය, වැසි මැද තරගයේ නිමාව.
It looks like that was a quick shower because the cloud is passing through. We've got a little bit of sunlight breaking out here. You can see through the commentary box. A little bit of the sunshine coming out. You know, this makes it, to be honest, you'd rather prefer it to rain a bit hard than to have this light drizzle. Because what happens is that the track becomes a very slippery surface. You have all these cars that have been running throughout the day. You have all the rubber that's on the track. You have dust. You have dirt that's been spread on. And what happens now is that you get a very slippery track. So when we used to run the formulas, we used to love it to rain hard, because then we knew, okay, our tires can perform, but the moment you have a slight drizzle, you're that much more hesitant going into the corners because you never know what you're hitting. So, like I said, SLA 1050 is next, and in the rain with a little bit of drizzle, you can have a bit of fireworks. But at the moment, the Laser Mazda boys are doing a good job out there. And it's the final lap in. Ahmad has been leading the race throughout. He's done a very good job of keeping the car on track, maintaining his lines, getting his entries correct, getting his exits right. And basically, he's got it covered.
Well, Andrew, having said so, just to inform all viewers watching it locally as well as globally, all these pictures, live pictures, coming to you with the courtesy of Motorsports Network, who have gradually moved into Motorsports Asia as well, covering up and keeping up with so many international events. So Motorsports Network today, they are on live streaming as well on their Facebook page as well as YouTube, and also not forgetting that this live telecast is on air on iChannel, which the locals can also enjoy. So Motorsports Network is doing a great and a tremendous job today, covering all the action all the way out from Katukurunda.
And there you have it, the winner of the event, number 101, Ahmad S. He's just pulling up now. where the officials are, and that he to be honest, he ran a good race. I mean, he didn't do anything too crazy. He kept it simple, got his lines right, and that's all you need on a track like Katukurunda. So it's Ahmad in number 1, H. Mohammed in the 2nd position, and Ashwile takes 3rd, Ishan takes 4th, and Ishan T takes 5th. So those are your top 5 in the SLE 1300cc Ford Laser Mazda Moto 2.
තරගයේ විශේෂ අවස්ථා 1300cc කාණ්ඩයේ දෙවන තරගයේ සව්ව තරගකරුවන් තරගය ආරම්භ කරමින් ඉතා හොඳ තරගයක ඒ අතර කීටි සිදුවීම් කීපයක් ඒවා තරගකරුවන් තරගයේ ධාවනයට බාධාවක් කර නොගෙන ධාවනයට එක්වන ආකාරයේ මේ වෙන එක සිදුවීමක් නැවතත් තරගකරුවන් දෙදෙනාම ධාවන පතේ නමුත් අංක 101 අහමඩ් ෂර්ෆාන් මුල සිටම තරගය තමන්ගේ ආනසකට යටත් කරනවා අංක 48 ඇෂ්ෆීල්ඩ් ආසීස් ධාවන පතෙන් මොහොතකට ඉවතට නැවතත් ඔහුත් ධාවනයට තරගයේ අවසන් සංඥාව තරගකරුවන් තරගය නිමාව සටහන් කරන්නේ පළමුවෙනි දෙවෙනි තුන්වැන්නන් ලෙස